African Affairs analyst Jermaine Sanwoolu joins us on the news hour to share his thoughts on this. Thank you, Jermaine, for joining us. Now, let's start with the London attack. This is the second this month and third since May. And one wonders, could it be as a result of the inflow of migrants from Africa and other parts of the world into Europe?
Well, thanks a lot for having me. Yes, there is a connection in the larger sense of it when you come to when you look at Europe between migrants and also the terrorists and Islamic terrorists actually invading Europe. Now, on the one hand, we have people from Syria and from Libya crossing over the border and trying to do this thing. But on the other hand, we also have the homegrown Islamist jihadists who are actually perpetrating some of these acts that we see that is turning, that is filling the hearts of people with terror in the United Kingdom, because these attacks, as you mentioned, they've been over like 3, and this is like the 4th one in just 3 months, and it's getting really out of hand. So one, we have people from abroad coming in, but we also have people who have been indoctrinated, who have been brainwashed over the internet by these hate preachers, and who are now carrying these acts of violence and terrorism.
All right, help us understand the concerns and the description of this attack from the Muslim organization, calling it Islamophobia, especially since it appears these attacks are being perpetrated by Islamist extremists.
Yes, that's very true, that it is what they call Islamophobia. On the one hand, again, is that in the past few weeks and months, it has been this Islamist terrorists who have been carrying out this attack on the British people. And unfortunately, many of the mosques have just been silent about it, you understand? Some have actually come out and said, we have nothing to do, they don't represent us. And some also have been silent about it. People have been crying out for the Muslim community in the UK to take a very firm stand to try and stamp out all these terrorist elements in their mosque. And some of them, I must say, are doing that. But we can also see in a situation whereby some Britons are actually very angry. They're angry of what's going on in the country politically, and they're getting frustrated about the government's inability to take care of them. And they say, okay, they're going to take the laws into their own hand. That is one aspect also. But you must also think about it this way, that it was a white man that actually drove a van into these people, and they said someone was taking some first aid treatment, and this white man actually drove the van and injured over 8 people who have been taken to the hospital, and 1 has died, maybe because of that incident. It could be that this man is just an angry man who has like Islamophobia and trying to kill Muslims in one of the biggest mosques in London, Finsbury Mosque. But it could also be an homegrown terrorist, you understand, who has imbibed this the terrorist mindset and wants to attack fellow Muslims, because the ISIS people actually believe that their own form of Islam is superior to the form of the secular kind of Islam that is practiced most in England. So we have to be very, very objective at looking at it in these 3 different aspects. But what we know right now for the reports is that it is definitely a terrorist attack, and when the investigations come out, it will reveal more.
Now, Jermaine, about 900 migrants were rescued off the coast of Libya. We keep getting these stories. Now, since there are rising conflicts in these countries across Asia and Africa, will this narrative change anytime soon?
Well, I'm not sure it's going to change anytime soon, unfortunately, because it has been something that has been going on for years. There has been people trafficking and people benefiting from this people trafficking for years. Now, what we are seeing right now is that 900 people were saved in this recent incident. A majority of them, again, were young men, you understand, coming from Libya, coming from Nigeria, coming from sub-Saharan nations. And when we look home, when it comes to Nigeria right now, last year, they were out of the 37,000 people that were actually that left Nigeria to come to Egypt, Europe via the Libya and Niger desert. They found out that 68% of those people that actually crossed were graduates from Nigeria who were looking for better opportunities in foreign lands. Young people should not leave just like that. But this 900 people who have left, it is a pressing problem. Last year, over 180,000 people left, and 37,000 of those were actually from Nigeria.
All right.
We see 1 in 4 people are Nigerians emigrating to Italy.
Jermaine, thank you very much. We'll have to leave it here for now because of time. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts with us.